Hey, how's it going? Today is March 23rd, 2017. I'm standing on the Kernstown battlefield. I'm actually standing here at a stone wall that has to do with the first battle of Kernstown, which is actually fought March 23rd, 1862, 155 years ago today. Now, what excites me about this is an original stone wall. This is what's left of it. There's only a few pieces left. It goes all the way up here. Goes down a little bit and kind of dips down, and then there's the end of it. This wall actually extended all the way up this ridge in March of 1862. And what really excites me about this is if we go up this way just a little bit, the 2nd Virginia is going to be posted down there on that end. The 4th Virginia, maybe about midways up, probably close to this tree here. Right here. And now the 4th Virginia is very important to me because that was my great-great-great-great-grandfather. He's a first lieutenant of Pulaski Guards. So about right here probably, give or take, this is where he would have been in this particular area here during this battle. Now he's going to survive this battle and go on to get shot in Gettysburg and ultimately die from his wound. But it's really just crazy to me to be standing here where one of my relatives actually stood at this battle. I've actually been looking for this spot for a little while. Wasn't really sure where it was, where the 4th was during the Battle of Kernstown. Unfortunately, I hadn't really gotten the maps out and looked really hard. So luckily today I was able to come up to the 155th anniversary where they dedicated another portion, which is going to be actually back up over here. It's called Sandy Ridge, which was the artillery position of the Confederates, also Garnett's position. There's another stone wall there. That's actually where the main attack occurs. There's attacks across here. The Union Army is going to come down here, and they're going to race. Confederates are going to come down. They're going to race to this fence here. It was about waist high at the time. And this is a brutal battle. This battle starts on a little bit of false information. Stonewall Jackson decides to attack based on some information. He thinks maybe he's a little bit stronger than the Union Army. Finds out he's not. And this is actually going to be, before we get into that, this is where Tyler is. So we'll look at the map here. Tyler, the Union Army, is going to come down. Garnett, the Confederate Army, is here. And this stone wall, like I said, is going to go up. It's going to wrap around, and it's going to come all the way down to Sandy Ridge and down Apple Valley Road. So basically there's a nice sign here. This is called Rose Hill Park. This is Rose Hill all around here. Again, I'm just in awe of this original wall here. It's just amazing to me. But it was between waist and shoulder high. It was farm fence made of stones picked up from the terrain around the area. It ran east to west to the top of a long hill to your right called Sandy Ridge, which is that hill right there. So on the morning afternoon, this is actually an afternoon battle. Afternoon of March 23rd, 1862, Jackson attacks. Earlier in the morning, there had been a little cavalry skirmish on the east side of the pike, Valley Pike. Really didn't amount to a whole lot. What we're seeing here, there's a lot. When you get up to Sandy Ridge, is right now the Kernstown battlefield has saved that, as well as the Civil War Trust. We took the first tour on it today, which is awesome. So I was very happy to be a part of that. So it's the first public tour that we know of on that ridge. It's not clear, but they're going to be clearing it up. In 1862, that view would have been mostly clear. You could see from Sandy Ridge to Pritchard's Hill, which is where the battle raised. The Union Army was posted on Pritchard's Hill, as well as coming down off of Rose Hill here towards Sandy Ridge, and a lot of the action happens right here. Jackson attacks his force. He's outnumbered. It's a war. It's a battle of attrition, basically. The Union Army's got more. Nathaniel Kimball knows he's got more. He sets his troops up accordingly, and is able to fight Jackson off. He then sends Tyler down to attack here at the stone wall. There's a race to the wall. In the end, Garnett is forced back. He runs out of ammunition. He can't continue to fight. As he is forced back, Jackson says, you know, what are you doing? Why are you retreating? And Garnett says, you know, we can't fight anymore. We don't have any ammunition. And Jackson says, you must give them the bayonet. That doesn't happen. That actually causes a rift between Garnett and Jackson. Jackson actually places him under arrest and court-martials him. But the Battle of Kernstown is basically over at that point. It is a loss for the Confederate Army in all senses and purposes. However, it's more of a tactical victory when you get down to it. Jackson, by fighting this battle, shows that he's a force in the valley. It makes the Lincoln administration look at that. They're starting to send troops off to reinforce McClellan. When this battle happens, they have to bring troops back. They had already sent, there was literally James Shields was here. His division was here. They end up, he brings back some brigades. They end up, a corps ends up here at Kernstown. Just because of Jackson's little 3,500 man army, because the administration saw it as a threat, saw it that, you know, this is a threat to come up the valley and hit Washington while McClellan's down on the peninsula trying to make headway. Ultimately, in about a month and a half, Jackson will continue his valley campaign. He's going to retreat from Kernstown all the way back to Rude's Hill, Mount Jackson area. He's going to regroup there and get everything going. After that, he will move towards Stanton, and looks like he's leaving the valley to go join Joseph E. Johnston and Robert E. Lee down at Richmond. He then will swing around, go to McDowell, fight the Battle of McDowell. He'll come back into the valley after getting reinforcements of Richard Ewell and Allegheny Johnson. He'll come back into the valley, and he'll go up to the valley and he'll sack Front Royal. And then he'll move on up, and he'll come back through this area. They won't actually fight here at Kernstown, but they'll move a little bit into Winchester. And it's the first Battle of Winchester, which he wins very easily against Nathaniel Banks. He'll push him all the way to Martinsburg. They'll come back down the valley after he's chased him. Jackson learns there's a couple armies coming at him. He's got Fremont and Shields coming at him, so he will come back down the valley, all the way back down to the Massanutten and to the end in Rockingham County. He'll sweep around the Massanutten Mountain. There will be a small engagement at Harrisonburg at Chestnut Ridge, where Turner Ashby is killed, and Turner Ashby monument's there. It'll be on June 6th. On June 8th, the Battle of Cross Keys will be fought. Jackson will have a strong artillery position. It's known as Artillery Ridge. Ewell actually sets it up, Richard Ewell. So they'll win that battle. Then what'll happen is there'll be a small little battle in the actual town of Port Republic on the same day. Jackson almost gets captured. The next day, the troops march out from Port Republic, the town, and go down toward the Deep Run area, Linwood area. They will fight the Battle of Port Republic in that area. Along there's a road called Jackson's Way. That road goes right down the middle of the battlefield. They'll fight that battle there, and it'll culminate at the Coaling with the Louisiana Tigers charging the guns and taking the guns finally. They'll push Shields back. At that point, Fremont will come down, but the bridges are burned, so he'll just lob artillery. He's actually lobbing artillery into his own wounded men as well. That will ultimately end the Valley Campaign. Jackson will then cross the mountain and go down to join Lee at the 7 Days battles outside of Richmond, and then the rest is history. But the first Battle of Kernstown is really cool to be here on the anniversary. Right now at this time, it's I'm not sure exactly what time it is, but it's a little after 2. So this battle's raging right now. Where we're standing, if we were here in 1862, we wouldn't be able to see all this. We'd be ducking behind this wall, or we'd be hiding on that ridge, because we've got Union fire coming from this side. So it wouldn't be a good day for us if we were here 155 years ago. But I mean, just real quick, that's cool. I mean, there's some wall over there as well. So it's just really cool for me, especially, like I said, my great grandfather fighting here. It's an amazing experience, and I'm just happy I got to do it today.